Hello everyone, welcome back to part 3 of my CD collection, and today we will be going through the rest of all my CDs from M till whenever I'm finished showing you. First up we have Maestro Fresh West, Coach Fresh. I got this signed when I met him a couple years ago. I like it. It's a good project. He's originally from Toronto, or somewhere in Ontario, close to Toronto, but moved to my city in October 2020, I'm pretty sure it was. And he had a radio show on our local radio station, and he did a performance of it, a live one down at our boardwalk, which I went to, and it was really good. Yeah, that's the track list there. Credits. The disc. Next up we have Champagne Campaign by Maestro Fresh West as well. This came out in 2019. Here's the back. Again, out of the 12 tracks, only 2 on here are solo works. The rest all have features. Same with this one here. 2 solos, and then the rest all have features, which is pretty cool. Yeah, this is a really good project too. I did enjoy it. Credits. Just there. Same picture behind it with the thank you. Next up we have Maroon 5 singles. This is the only Maroon 5 album that I have, compilation, whatever, probably the only one I will ever get. But yeah, it has, I love every track on here except Sugar. I can't stand that one. I really can't. So it was released in 2015. There's the disc, in the back of the booklet, and same thing. Behind the disc says what's on it. And I am sorry if you can't hear me very well. I am not feeling the best, but I wanted to get this video out there as soon as possible so I can move on to a couple other videos that I have in the works. Next up we have Best of Me, Mercy Me, another Christian band that I thoroughly enjoy. Here is the back with the songs and the albums that they're from. This, back of the booklet. I like this one. There's some good songs on here. Next up we have Metallica albums. I'm gonna warn you guys now, I have not listened to them all. I plan on it eventually, sometime this weekend or sometime next week. But anyway, first up we have their first album, Kill 'Em All. I like the cover art, and the times on the tracks they seem decent enough to get a full listen on through without having to pause the album. Came out in 83 originally. This is remastered version. Shit. 83. It's been 40 years since this came out. Holy shit. There's the inside. And the disc, nothing special. And the booklet's the same, just has some lyrics on it, which is kind of cool. But there are some albums that I have heard at least one song from. A lot of these, except for Kill 'Em All, like Ride the Lightning. Here's the cover, and I do like keeping the hype stickers on them if they come with one. So that's why that's there, but it's a little ripped, but no big deal. Here's the back. The only one I've heard from here is For Whom the Bell Tolls. And this was released in 94. So this will be 40 years next year. Holy crap, time flies by. I mean, I was born in the 80s, but still. There's the back, or the inside. Disc is the same. And the booklet is pretty much the same as no lyrics, but credits, and can never mind the lyrics are here. But yeah, lyrics and credits and everything like that. Next up we have Master of Puppets. Again, keeping the hype sticker on there. And I have heard Master of Puppets, not only because it's on here, but it's on the Stranger Things Season 4 soundtrack, even though I don't watch Stranger Things. It was the easiest way I could find it at the time. I just looked it up on Apple Music or whatever, and yeah. This was released in 86. There's the inside, which I like. This cover with all the rows of crosses and everything like that. And this time, the disc is in a sleeve, and I do like this sleeve. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's the same as the other two. No special artwork or anything like that. And the booklet, I'm assuming, has lyrics. Yep. Next up, we have And Justice for All, and this is the big boy, the deluxe or remastered 3-disc set, whatever you want to call it. There's the hype sticker there. And there's the back. You can see what's on disc 1, 2, and 3. There's the inside. Disc 1. I do like the artwork is the same for all 3 discs, but still, it's pretty cool. I do eventually plan on getting the Master of Puppets expanded, Black Album expanded, Metallica Blacklist, things like that on CD. I am not going to collect them on vinyl, but I will collect every studio album from Metallica on vinyl. I'm only missing 2 so far. So yeah, here's the booklet, more lyrics, some cool artwork as well, some pictures, tour pictures, so yeah, that is And Justice for All. Next up, we have the Black Album. Like I said, I do plan on getting the expanded, remaster, 3-disc, whatever this as well. And also the big deluxe box set. I have it at my local record store waiting for me. It's going to cost me about $200, but it'll be worth it. But this is the only Metallica album I've listened to all the way through as of now. As you can see, still have the hype sticker on it. Here's the back. This is such a great album. I love it. I truly do. I think my favorites, though, are definitely the first 8. 9 through 12, they're a little iffy on me, but I still thoroughly enjoy them. There's the inside. Sorry about the cut there, everyone. I just had something to deal with. As I was saying, This is the inside with pictures of the band from the time of recording. The disc in this is also in a protective sleeve, and that's the disc there. Back of it, nothing special. And the booklet, that's not really a booklet, it's a folder, but it has lyrics there, and then silhouettes of the band members, track list, all that good stuff. That's the Black Album. Next up we have Load. Haven't heard much of this. I've heard maybe a song or two. I can't remember which ones. My friend is a big fan of Metallica, so. Here's the back. The disc. And the same behind it. This is a loaded booklet. I'm not. So yeah, I'll take it out. Yeah, lyrics and shit like that. Pretty cool. Everyone says Load isn't one of their best albums, but I'll give it a shot. See what it's all about. Next up we have Reload. People say Reload is better than Load. I wouldn't know. I've only heard I think first song on it, Fuel. This came out in 97, Load came out in 96, so this is basically the same, just different colors. Same behind it as well. And booklet has lyrics and pictures and all that jazz. It's a pretty cool booklet. Next up we have Garage Days, or Garage Inc. Sorry. This has, as you can see, 27 songs, over 2 hours of music. Includes the 598 EP, Garage Days Revisited. The songs Turn the Page, Whiskey in the Jar, and So What. Out of all the songs on here, from their version, I've only heard Whiskey in a Jar. But I think my favorite, Stone Cold Crazy. I haven't heard their version, but Queen is an amazing band, so hopefully they did it justice. Disc 1, Disc 2, what's behind it, booklet, that's pretty cool. Next up we have Saint Anger. I found this at one of my record stores for about $5 used. So I'm like, why the hell not? I picked it up. It was the last one I needed to complete Metallica collection for CDs, at least until their newest project came out. I haven't heard it yet. People say this is their worst album. I'll be the judge of that, considering, like I said, I haven't heard it yet. But here's the booklet. It's pretty thick. It's a smaller one, but like smaller than normal size. But yeah, figured I'd show that first since it was right there. But this is the CD and DVD version. I don't know what you would call it, the deluxe or not. There's this. Here's a code. I don't know if it still works, but that's the CD there, DVD, and there's what's behind it, which is pretty cool. That's Saint Anger. Next up we have Death Magnetic. This is a big hype sticker. Again, like I said, all the hype stickers that they come with, I'll put them on. Here's the back. I'm pretty sure this and Beyond Magnetic are the only two Metallica projects produced by Rick Rubin, which is pretty cool. Who also produced Eminem, Imagine Dragons, a lot of people like that who I really enjoy. But yeah, again, haven't heard anything from it yet. I will eventually. But there's the disc, there's nothing behind it, it's black. The booklet, or what's behind it, I should say, like the back of it. But I like this booklet, it's pretty cool. Because the middle of it is cut out. And as you keep flipping, like you can see lyrics, like it's, yeah, so. But as you keep flipping, it keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until you come to the end, or the second to last page. Then, the back, you got a picture of the four there. But that is Death Magnetic. Next up we have Beyond Magnetic. This was an EP that they released in 2011. Again, produced by Rick Rubin, but I don't know why they released it 3 years after Death Magnetic. Maybe it was just extra songs that they had meant for the album, and they just either didn't have time or they wanted to do something else with them. I have no idea. But here's the disc. Again, nothing behind it because it's black back. But there are the tracks. There's 4 of them. And none of them are less than 5 minutes. None of them are more than 8. So, there's the little piece of paper, pamphlet, whatever you want to call it. But, that's Beyond Magnetic. And then we have Hardwired to Self-Destruct. I would have said last but not least, but we have one more Metallica album to get to, as they just released one a couple weeks ago. So, this is the deluxe 3-disc set. I say 3 discs when it really could have been 2, because it's 12 tracks, but was put on the 2 discs. 6 tracks per disc, which doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. And there's that. Oh yeah, and as you see here, 14 bonus songs. So it has, on the deluxe disc, 2 more songs in the actual album, which I don't get, but it is what it is. But yeah, there's the inside, disc 1, disc 2, and the bonus disc with 14 tracks. Again, 2 more than the actual album, but it is what it is. Here's the booklet. There's the back of it. Lyrics, and to be honest, some crazy shit going on. I don't know what the fuck they were on when they were making this, but they're clearly on something. But yeah, I'm not going to show it all, just, yeah. So that is Hardwired Self-Destruct. Now, last but not least, we have their newest one, 72 Seasons. I have only heard the singles that were released from it, as you see here, Lex Eterna, Screaming Suicide, and If Darkness Had a Sun. From the songs that I've heard, it's pretty good. I definitely have to give it a listen, considering I have it on CD, vinyl, and cassette. But I will get to more details on the cassette when I do a Metallica collection video. I'm just waiting on a bunch of shit. But yeah, and to get it at the actual disc, do that, flip it around, and there's 4 tabs or whatever. Each has a picture of one of the members. Boom, boom, like that. Eventually revealing the disc, and as the track list on that side, some headphones, a fucked up record player, and I'm assuming a globe. Sorry about that. Holy shit. That's the second time that's happened. But I'm assuming that's a globe. And here's the booklet. Again, more lyrics and everything like that. But, now I can't remember which way they did this. I think it was like that. But yeah. This time, I'm not going to be fucking throwing one of my CDs behind my dresser or anything like that. Holy shit, can I get this in? There we go. That's what the back looks like that. So yeah, that's 72 Seasons. Next up, we're moving on to various artists and things like that. We have Michael Jackson's Thriller 25th Anniversary Edition. Such a good album. Such a good album. Obviously, the best, world's best selling album, #1 selling album. But we have on the CD, the main album, plus a Vincent Price expert, whatever you want to call it, and then some remixes, Scroll's Mind, Will I Am, pt3 with Will I Am, Wanna Be Something with Akon, Beat It with Fergie, Billie Jean with Kanye West, For All Time, unreleased, and then the DVD is music videos, Billie Jean, Beat It, Thriller, and then Billie Jean Performance, Motown 25. There's the back of the booklet. The disc is gold for the CD and like a bronzish type color for the DVD. And there's what's behind it. So that is Thriller. Next up, we have Culture 2 by Migos. I don't have Culture 1. That is one that I am looking to still get. Eventually, I will pick it up. But for now, I'll have to listen to it on Spotify or whatever. There's 24 songs on here. It was split into 2 discs, 12 songs each disc, which I think is more reasonable than Metallica, 6 songs per disc for a 12-song album. Because they did a 12-song album with the Black Album and they fit it all into 1 disc. I don't understand their process, but whatever. Back to the Migos. It's not bad. It could be better. It really could be. R.I.P. to Takeoff. But yeah, here's the hype sticker. Disc 1, Disc 2, and the back. Do it for the culture, or whatever the fuck that means. Back of the booklet. I mostly grabbed this for Takeoff. Same with Culture 3. Now mine has a little bit of water damage, as it was raining the day I bought it, and I put it in my bag, not thinking, and yeah. So it has some good features: Drake, Polo G, Future, Juice, Pop Smoke, NBA Youngboy. The only ones I don't like are Justin Bieber and Cardi B's features. I can't get behind them. I just can't. But 19 songs, one disc. And here's the back. There's nothing to it. Yeah, just fucking piece of paper. I don't understand why a lot of artists do that, but it is what it is. And yeah, there's nothing really behind the disc either. That's Culture 3. Now, the context of these next 6 that I'm showing you, I was a fan of Thomas the Train Show when I was younger, still kind of am. I don't watch it as much, but I do absolutely love the music from the show. Music is top tier. Love it. So what I have here is the engine theme collection of CDs re-recorded by one of the original composers of the show, Michael Donnell. Love these. Love them, love them, love them. And you can only get them on this website, modmusic.co.uk. I love them. I forget how much it cost me, but you can get any one you want, or you can get a bundle of 6, or however many there is now. I don't know if you put out a 7th one or not. I'm not sure. But they're all from the first 7 seasons of the show. And this is volume 1. Here's the disc. There's behind it. And each disc coordinates to each color of the CD. And the booklet is this little fold out, I guess. But that's volume 1. Here we have volume 2. And each color, I'm pretty sure, is represented by color of one of the engines. So blue, Thomas, Gordon, or Edward. Green could be Henry or Percy, etc. I think my favorite from this one would be Gordon's theme. Love it. Again, each disc is color coordinated, and each booklet has a little something different. And yeah, here's a little blurb about Peter's theme. At first I thought it was Peter Sam from the show, but it's not. Here is volume 3. This, I'm assuming, is color coordinated to James. It's an alright one. It's not really my favorite of the 3, but yeah, each booklet has something different, things like that, which is pretty cool and worth showing, I guess. Here is volume 4. My favorite is the Runaway Train theme. Always loved it. It samples the William Tell Overture from probably 1800s. I don't know when that came out, honestly, but I love it. Again, yellow disc. Again, something different on each little pamphlet, booklet, whatever you want to call it. Number 5. Accidents Happen is a really good one. They're all good. This is a baby blue color, which I kind of prefer. And the lyrics to Thomas Anthem. I don't know why I'm showing you guys this stuff, but like these ones specifically, I could have skipped over them, but they're part of my collection. So, and finally from this collection, Engine Themes Volume 6. Here's the back. I'm pretty sure there's 9 or 10 on this one. 9. There we go. Says right there. And there's this one. I haven't listened to this one yet. I'll get to it eventually. But yeah. Those are the engine themes. And I have 2 last CDs for M. Mosaic, MSC, Glory, Wonder, or Glory and Wonder. I saw them live, and they were amazing. They were so good. I want to see them again. They're a Christian band. Here's the back here, the disc, the back of the booklet, behind the disc, everything like that. So that's Glory and Wonder. And finally for Mosaic MSC, and to round off the M's, we got Human Deluxe. Sorry, I couldn't read there for a sec. Here's the back. The disc. Behind it. And the back of the disc, or CD. Booklet. Sorry, excuse me. Holy crap, I cannot talk today. Anyways, that is the last in the ends. And I'll be back with the ends. I'll be back. Hello everyone, I am now back with the ends of my CD collection. First up we have Out of Body from Need to Breathe. I've only ever heard one song of this, Who Am I? It's another Christian pop rock album. Again, I need to listen to it eventually. But there's the disc and behind it. But yeah, there's that one. Next up we have New City. I think it's literally just called New City by New City. I really don't know the title of it. It's a good little EP. It's some good songs. They are Canadian. One of them is from one of the members from my home province. Not exactly sure where, I forget, but there's the disc. It has all the tracks on here, and there's two versions of Getting Closer, studio, and an acoustic. And behind it is nothing. Should listen to this again. Probably will. Yeah, there's that. Next up, we have my favorite artist of all time, NF. Mansion was his debut on a major label. I don't have his other projects before this because I can't find them on CD. But Mansion was his major label debut. Personally, I think it's his weakest. But that aside, it is still a great project. And he just keeps getting better and better and better. Sorry for yawning so much. It's pretty late at night when I'm recording this. But here's the track listing. I love every song on here. I can't pick any favorite. Well, I can. Intro, Mansion, Paralyzed, and I'll Keep On are probably my 4 favorites from this album. And there's the disc, and behind it, there's the back of the booklet there. Next up, we have Therapy Session from NF. Again, one of his weakest. Still better than Mansion, but so much better than Mansion. I absolutely love it. Disc, same color. Behind it is all the credits and thank yous and everything like that. And there's the back of that booklet. I will go deeper in depth with these albums once I do album reviews and everything like that. Next up, we have Perception, which was his first album to go #1. And it has his first song to go #1 on it, being Let You Down. This was also released in 2017, Therapy in 16, and Mansion in 15. So here's the back, and I just got done finishing listening to it on vinyl. It sounds amazing on vinyl. It really does. But the songs that I'm pretty sure were on the radio were Let You Down, If You Want Love, and Lie. I'm pretty sure. I think If You Want Love was on the radio. I never heard it on the radio, but it might have been in other countries. Most likely the States. So yeah. Again, this is the same color. There's the back of the pamphlet. And nothing behind it there. I can't get enough of NF. Like I said, he just keeps getting better and better. Next up, we have The Search by him. My absolute favorite. Well, second favorite now. It was my favorite, though. I also can't get enough of this project. This was released in 2019. It has 19 songs on it. And my favorites would have to be Returns, Only, Hate Myself, and Trauma. This time is white, and behind it is continuation of, well, the back of the booklet picture or whatever. And pretty sure that's supposed to be like a whole thing. If you open it like that, I'm not too sure. But I also have this on vinyl. Kind of hard to see since vinyl is a bit bigger, but I do have it on vinyl. Same with Perception. I'm still trying to find Therapy Session and Mansion on vinyl. I don't know if you ever put them on vinyl. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna look into that. And next up we have Clouds, which is a mixtape. It's not bad for a mixtape. It's pretty good. This came out in 2021. He said he just put it out for the fans while he was working on his next project, which is out now. And here's the bag. We have features on here from Hobson and Tech 9. Again, I love this project. Love everything about it. The disc color this time is like a silver, chromish type color. And there's what's behind it. Just more clouds. And now we have his latest project, Hope, and I have 2 copies. Signed copies, you can see, and just a normal standard version that I have in my car. I love this project. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. It's my favorite. Can't get enough of it. I think Apple Music says I've listened to it almost 800 times since it came out. 800 plays on this album. And it only came out a month ago on Sunday. So, on April 7th. And May 7th is on Sunday, so it only came out a month ago Sunday. I can't choose a favorite track. I can't. Love the Corday feature. Love the Julia Michaels feature. Corday is probably my favorite feature on here, though. Disc is white, just like The Search. And my signed copy came with like this, like with the standard cover, and the signed one was attached to the back. So I just swapped it up, put the signed one in front, and this one in back. And there's behind the disc, which is pretty cool. So that is NF Hope. Next up, we have Nickelback, Silver Side Up. I have listened to this once a couple years ago. I honestly don't remember many of the songs except for How You Remind Me. This came out in 2001. And there's the disc, the booklet, and behind the disc. So yeah, I should probably listen to this again. And then we have All the Right Reasons, Nickelback. Again, I listened to this, don't remember many of the songs except for Photograph, Animals, Far Away, and Rockstar. Because those are the four main off this one that everyone knows. And there's behind it, the disc, and back of the booklet there. And then next up, and finally for Nickelback, we have Dark Horse, which is my favorite album from them, and their best. Coming out in 2008. I love every track on here. Love him. And here's the disc, and here's a little ad. Back of the booklet, as you can see there, who the members are. And there's behind the disc. You don't want to scratch it, but what can you do? Next up we have No Big Deal Solar, who is a Christian rapper. I haven't listened to this. I'm gonna be real, I haven't listened to it yet. I do hear it is pretty good though from what I've heard. I will give it a chance eventually. As you can see there, one of the labels is capital CMG. And there's the disc. I think behind some credits and stuff like that behind it, so that's pretty cool. And then we have Born Again, Biggie Smalls, or Notorious B.I.G. There's only one reason why I got this. Dead Wrong, featuring Eminem. I do need to listen to this though. Like, I say that for every album that I've shown, but I really do need to listen to this. And there's the disc, and behind it, and the back of the booklet, produced by Puffy, all that good stuff. And then next up for the ends, NWA, Straight Outta Compton. Classic hip-hop album. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. Essential. I haven't listened to the whole thing, but obviously Straight Outta Compton, Fuck the Police, everyone has heard of. Can't get enough of those songs. And there's the disc in that chromish silver color again. And there's nothing behind it. I thought there was. And there's the back of the booklet, which is all the tracks on there, as well as on the back here. Anyways, that's the ends, and I'll be back with O's and the P's. I only have 2 O's, so I'm gonna put the P's in with that section, and I'll be right back. I am back with the O's. Pretty soon we'll go into the P's. I only have 2 for the O's, but first up we have We Trace. Cheers. Again, I'm gonna be real, I only got this because Eminem is on like 5 songs. He's on Shit Hits the Fan, but as you can see there, it says featuring Dr. Dre, but he's also on it. He does the chorus, the hook, whatever you want to call it. It's a good one. I have listened to this, but I need to listen to it again. And there's back of the booklet, the disc, and behind the disc, that picture is pretty cool. I do like that. But yeah. That is O.V. Trace's Cheers. Next up, we have the 235 EP by Owen Osan Lee. I got him to sign it. I met him and Classified and everyone else during Classified show in my hometown, city, whatever. I picked this up because I wanted to give his music a chance. And he's pretty good. I really enjoy it. But yeah, here's the back with the tracks, the disc, back of the booklet, and I'm pretty sure if I remember there's nothing behind the disc, so there's no point in showing. But yeah. Next up we have Passion, the Essential Collection. They're a Christian band. I also saw them live. They're pretty good. I did thoroughly enjoy listening to them and watching them live. This is the Essential Collection. Has CD and DVD and some talks by Louis Giglio. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Most of these songs I have heard, but I haven't listened to it or watched the music videos. But here's that inside. Here's the CD and the DVD. So should be a good one eventually when I get to it. But as of right now, I have not. Continuing with Passion, we have Even So Come. Again, some of these tracks I've heard, some of them I haven't. Even So Come, the title track, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Here's the disc. There's behind it, and back of the booklet. Passion, they have Passion conferences, whatever, every year, and all these albums are always recorded live at those, so that's pretty cool. Worthy of Your Name. This has some good songs. Glorious Day. Couple Build My Life. Couple others. This disc art is pretty cool. I do like that. And there's behind it, I guess that's like their main prayer or verse that they live by. And last for Passion, Follow You Anywhere. This was 2019. Yep, 2019. I haven't really heard much from this one. Back of the booklet, the disc, and behind the disc. I really need to get onto listening to a lot of these records and everything like that. Next up we have Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. I just got finished listening to this on vinyl, the studio version. This is the so-called unreleased live at Wembley in '74. I love this album. I really do. I haven't listened to the live version, this version, but I will. There's the booklet. I forget what the disc looks like. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the disc. It's pretty cool. Next up, we have Pop Smoke, Meet the Woo. This is the Volume 1 mixtape. It's not bad. I prefer Meet the Woo too, which I do have as well. But we got Meet the Woo, Welcome to the Party, Dior, Welcome to the Party, Nicki Minaj remix, and Skepta remix. So this is the deluxe edition. Shit, I didn't even know this fell out. But that's what the disc looks like. As you saw, there's nothing in behind. That's the back of the booklet. So yeah, that's Meet the Woo. Now we have Meet the Woo 2. This has all the hits. All the hits. Invincible, Shake the Room, Get Back, Foreigner, Element, I'm Dangerous, Dior Remix, War, Dreamin', Christopher Walken, with features Quavo, TJ, Gunna, Fabio Foreign, A Boogie, Gunna, PNB Rock, Nav. Like, it has everything. And there's the disc, the back of the booklet. And behind the disc, just some more smoke, and RIP to Pop Smoke as well. Next up, we have Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, the debut album. Here's the back. There's no track listing on the back, but it is here on the inside of the booklet. Again, Dior, he puts Dior on every project. Well, his label did after he passed. So, and here's the disc, and behind it, I need to listen to some of these albums again. But yeah, that's Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, and we have Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon Deluxe. Again, featuring Dior, with appearances from 50, Roddy, Quavo, Lil Baby, and Da Baby. And here's the back. Here's the tracks from both Standard and the Deluxe. It's basically a whole second album, pretty much. Just like Eminem's Music from Murder by Side B. But there's disc 1, disc 2. Next up, we have Faith by Pop Smoke. I don't have the deluxe edition, which I'm kind of disappointed in, but at the same time, I'm not, because the standard does not have Dior, but the deluxe does. So, but there's the back, and there's our track listing. Features Kanye, Rick Ross, 42, 21, Takeoff, Future, Dua Lipa, Kid Cudi, etc. And there's the disc, and there's nothing behind it. I do like this project. People say it was a downgrade, which I can agree with, but overall I still do like it. Next up, we have Hollywood's Bleeding by Post Malone. I don't have Beer Bongs or Stoney yet. I do plan on getting those pretty soon. But here's the back, spine, and the inside. There's the disc. Behind it, and the back of the booklet. And next up, we have 12 Karat Toothache by Post Malone. I have not heard anything from this except for what's on the radio, and I can't even remember that. So, but there's the back, the disc. There's no booklet. It's literally just that sticker. Like, there's no booklet, which it's whatever. But there's in behind with credits and shit like that. But yeah. So that is the O's and the P's. I will be right back with the Q's and some of the R's. Actually, yeah, the Q's and the R's. I'll be right back. I'm back with the Q's, and we have Queen's Greatest Hits 1, 2, and 3 Platinum Collection, as you can see here. I will show these off in a sec, but here's the back with every song. I don't have any standard solo studio Queen albums. I just have the Greatest Hits, which is pretty much all you need for Queen. But yeah, here's all the tracks, everything like that. Just give me a second. I'll try to get these out. Kind of hard to get out. Yeah. But once they're out, they're out. So here's Greatest Hits number 1. And the back there. Number 2. The back there. And number 3. And the back. The disc. There's that disc. And then that disc. So yeah, I need to listen to all of these. Let's say. But yeah. Next up, we have the Cars soundtrack. Cars is one of my favorite movies. Disney movie, Pixar movie, whatever. Just one of my favorite movies in general. Grew up with it. Love it. So I, of course, had to get the soundtrack. Every song on here is a 10 out of 10. Real Gone, Route 66, Life's the Highway, Our Town, Shaboom, everything. Everything on here. Here's the disc. And behind it. So. And next up we have the Cars 3 soundtrack. Well, the songs to the movie. I haven't heard every song on here yet. I plan on to eventually, though. And there's the back of the booklet, the disc, and behind the disc. So yeah, that's Cars 3. And another one from Cars 3, this is the score. Like, not any sing-songs, like, just instrumentals and things like that. So, this one I do need to listen to as well. But there's the disc, back the booklet, and that's what's behind the disc. Moving on, we have Run Collective, As Family We Go. They are another Christian band. Actually, the next 3 CDs I have are from Christian artists. 2 more from these people right here. Again, I haven't listened to it yet in full. I do plan on it eventually, though. The only one I have heard is You'll Never Run, which is a really good song. And here's the back of the booklet and disc and some credits and stuff like that behind there. Next up, we have Good News from Run Collective. I've heard 2 songs from here. Rescuer, Good News, and Counting Every Blessing. But here's the back. The disc. Back the booklet. I don't think... Yeah, no. Okay. There's nothing behind the disc there. Next up, we have Whosoever by Run Collective. Here's the back. I have not heard this one yet. I plan on it eventually. I'll get around to it. But here's... Ooh. I didn't even realize it was a yellow disc. But there's the behind it and the back of the booklet there. I'm pretty sure these guys are either Scottish or Irish. I can't remember. And then finally for the R's, we have Riley Clemens with her debut. Riley Clemens. The only really song that I've heard from here is Broken Prayers. So, I can't say much about this record. But there's the disc, back of the booklet, and behind it. And she is another Christian artist, if I didn't mention that already. And I will be moving on with the S's and soundtracks and things like that. I'll be right back. First up for the S's, we have Scott Hellman with Augusta. It's a good little EP. I enjoyed it. I saw him live as well. Canada Day in either 2019 or... Yeah, I think it was 2019. But Bungalow and That Sweater are probably the best songs on this EP. There's the back there, like the credits, the disc, and behind it. Next up, we have Scott Hellman again, Hotel de Ville. It's not a bad project, but yeah. Ripple Effect, PDA, Kind of Complicated are probably the best songs on here. And there's the inside there, the disc, and is there... Yeah, there's a little booklet thing. Next up, we have the Suicide Squad soundtrack. Here's the back. Purple Lamborghini, Sucker for Pain, Heathens, Standing in the Rain. They're all good. I mean, you got Without Me from Eminem, which is a phenomenal song. I wish he would have recorded a new song for this, but at least he's on here. And here's the disc, which is a hot pink color. Back the booklet. And behind. This is a good soundtrack. It really is. So. Now we're moving on to the T's because I only had a few S's. I only have a few T's, so I'll include it in there with them. We have The Last Rocket by Takeoff. R.I.P. to him. So, I haven't listened to this, as you can already probably assume from every single time that I've said that. But here's the back. Back the booklet. The disc. And behind the disc, which is kind of cool, I guess. But yeah. Next up we have Torrin Wells, who is a Christian artist. He's pretty good. I do like some of his stuff. The only song I have... No, there's two songs I've heard on here. Famous For, I Believe, and Until Grace. Here's the disc, behind it, and back of the booklet. Next up we have Toby Mac, This Is Not a Test, Deluxe Edition. Here, I do like this cover. And here's the back. And my favorite song is Till the Day I Die with NF, because NF is on it. This was released in 2015, pretty sure after NF's Mansion album, so. And here's the disc, behind it, and back the booklet. So, next up we have Life After Death by Toby Mac, excuse me. And the only song I've heard is Help Is On The Way. There's the disc. Back the booklet. He kind of looks like Mac Miller there in that picture. So. And behind the disc. Next up we have the Fast and Furious 7 soundtrack. See You Again. Best song on here. Best song on here. We have Turned Down for What as well, which is pretty good. GDFR, Flowrida, which is also good. Here's the disc, back of the booklet, and behind the disc. And then finally, for this section, we have Fate of the Furious, the album, which is the 8th movie. I know I've heard a couple of songs off here, I just don't remember which ones. I'm pretty sure Candy Paint is one of them from Posty, so. But yeah, I haven't listened to this in full yet. I do eventually plan on it. But yeah, here's the disc, back of the booklet, and behind the disc there, which is pretty cool. It was a good movie. It still is. I can't wait for the new one to come out. Anyways, I'll be back with the W's and probably gonna finish in that part. So I'll be right back. Now for the W's and the rest of the CDs, albums, whatever. Starting off, we have We the Kingdom with Holy Water. They are a Christian band. I've only heard a few songs off this: Child of Love, Holy Water, and God So Loved. Here's the disc, back of the booklet, and behind it. Next up we have We the Kingdom, again with, I guess, We the Kingdom, a self-titled album. I don't remember if I've heard anything off this. I have Miracle Power. Pretty sure that's the only one though. But there's the disc, back of the booklet. Next up we have Weezer with the Teal album, which is a cover album. Love, 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 love. Love covers. I can't express how much I love them. And they did justice to this one. They really did. And there's the disc, back of the booklet, and behind it is credits and everything like that. So that's pretty cool. Next up we have Weezer again with Season Spring. Haven't heard anything from this yet. I do eventually plan on listening to it. But here's the back. And there's the disc, back of the booklet, and behind the disc. Next up we have Weezer with Season Summer. And they also have Season Autumn and Winter, which I do eventually plan on picking up. I don't have them yet, but I will eventually get them. Here's the back. And the inside, the disc, back of the booklet. Pretty sure behind is this, yep, it's the same, just different colors. So that's Season Summer. Next up we have Rolling Papers by Wiz Khalifa. The only track I did listen to this once. I don't remember much, except for, well, Black and Yellow, because it's Black and Yellow. But yeah. Here's the back of the disc, behind the booklet, and there's really nothing there. So that's Rolling Papers. Next up we have Da Vinci's Inquest by Wolf Castle. This guy is a local rapper from my home province. I love this project. I have it on vinyl as well. So, but yeah, here's the back with the tracks and everything like that. Inside, credits and notes and thanks and everything like that. And there's the disc. This was released August of 21. I know it was released in 21. I just forget when. I'm pretty sure it was August. Next up we have X's question mark, or pt3. It's a good project. It really is. Again, Moonlight, Sad, Changes are all probably the best. I haven't really listened to it much. Probably should, though, listen to it again. There's the inside. There's the disc. So yeah, should probably listen to this again eventually. Next up we have Yellow Wolf with Love Story. I got this because Eminem is on it, Best Friend, and he's the only feature on this. 18 tracks, and he's the only feature. Like, that amazes me. But here's the disc, nothing behind it, and back of the booklet. So, mostly, if I have an album from an obscure artist like Yellow Wolf, it's probably because Eminem is on it. So, next up we have Tupac's Greatest Hits, or The Best of Tupac, Part 1, Thug. It says California Love, which I absolutely love. Favorite song from Pac, besides Hit 'Em Up. Inside, the disc, and credits, everything like that. And next up we have Tupac, The Best of Part 2, Life. So we have Thug, and then we have Life, pretty much equaling Thug Life. But here's the back. I'm still surprised they didn't put Hit 'Em Up on either of these. So I'll have to get his true Greatest Hits album to have that on CD, but it's whatever. Again, nothing really has changed, just different colors. And there's the disc. Next up we have Get Rich or Die Trying by 50, and this just celebrated its 20 years this year, so that's pretty cool. I love this. Eminem's on 2 of the songs, and I mean, it's just a good album in general. Like, you got In the Club, Many Men, 21 Questions, Patiently Waiting. It says there's 16 tracks, but I got this so-called deluxe edition. And there's Behind the Disc and the disc itself. So that's Get Rich or Die Trying. Next up we have The Massacre. Again, I got this because M's on it, but it also has Candy Shop, Disco Inferno, just a little bit. So there's some good songs on here. And there's the disc, back of the booklet, and Behind the Disc. I do need to listen to this again, though. Now, this guy, I don't like anymore. Don't know why I still have it, but 6ix9ine, sadly. He was good when he came out. Like, he has a lot of hits, and this has the hits, like Gummo, Billy, Kiki, Rondo, Kuda, Gummo remix with Offset. I mean, he's got features too. Tory Lanez, Young Thug, A Boogie, Fetty Wap. So he can do it. But yeah. And there's the disc. And now we move into compilation albums and various things like that. We have Icon, The Best of Canada, 1980s. Some pretty good songs on here. Like, there really is. Like Rush, Tom Cochrane, Colin James, Kim Mitchell, Bob and Doug McKenzie, Grapes of Wrath, Robbie Robertson, Marfa and the Muffins, Luba, Glass Tiger, Stranger Vance, 8 Seconds. Like, there's a lot of great artists on here. This one. And, this too. Next up, we have Canada 150, when Canada celebrated its 150th birthday. We got Bryan Adams, Tom Cochrane, Shania Twain, Nelly Furtado, Nickelback, Rush, Band, Robbie Robertson again, Glass Tiger. Yeah. So, 2 of the songs, Glass Tiger, Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone, is on here. And same with Robbie Robertson, Somewhere Down the Crazy River. So I have those twice. I don't care. They're great songs. And here's the disc. Next up, we move into some of my Christian, well, the rest are pretty much all Christian compilation albums. Starting with Wow Hits 15. 17 plus 16, that's 33 songs. It says 30, but they always add 3 bonus songs, so unless you get like a deluxe edition. Yeah, disc 1, disc 2, I haven't listened to this in full yet. the songs that I do know, Oceans is Amazing Grace, you know, the normal songs that are on Christian radio, things like that. Next up, we have Wow Hits 2016 Deluxe. I got this because NF is on here with I'll Keep On. Such a good song, which is from his Mansion album. But I did listen to this in full, and I love it. This is probably my favorite one. Got This Is Living with Lecrae, who's another Christian rapper. You got For King Country, Mercy Me, Jeremy Camp, Casting Crowns, Passion, Rent Collective, Colton Dixon, Crowder, Toby Mac, this one, and as you can see, they like to fall. And this too is purple here. I don't know why they like to fall, but they do. So yeah, that is 2016. Now we have 2017. I'm probably going to speed through a lot of these because they're essentially all the same, just different songs, but most of the artists are the same. Now we have 18. And 19, and they didn't go past 2019, which I find crazy, but whatever. Now we have Wow Worship, the green version, or lime, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. But yeah. Again, gonna speed through just because they're mostly all the same, just different songs, same artist though. Now we have the party mix. The reason I got this mostly was because NF, again, all I have. So, and it's a good remix. I do like it. Next up, we have Top Christian Hits Volume 1. Essentially the same as the Wow Hits. So, I'm not really going to say much about the rest. But yeah. Now we have Volume 2. I Can Only Imagine. And the Best Christian Songs Ever, which I thought was the original artist of the songs, but it's not. They're covers. And they don't sound that bad, but it is what it is. Anyways, that is part 3 and the final part of my CD collection. That will be up probably sometime this weekend or early next week. Anyways, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.